Welcome back to the Road Show this morning in The Buzz. We're talking about wedding traditions, where they came from throwing the bouquet to saving the top of your wedding cake. How do they become traditions, and is it a tradition that you should keep or ditch? The tradition of fathers walking their daughters down the aisle actually goes back to the days when dads used female offspring as bartering tools to pay off debts or to make peace. You know, sometimes two families would come together and the father would...
3 beaver pelts and my daughter.
Right.
6 shillings.
A herd of 10,000 cattle.
Bag of rubles.
10 shekels and my
bag of rubles
one.
in my firstborn.
That's right. You know, tossing the bouquet started as a way for newlyweds to sneak off to a separate room after the ceremony to consummate their union. Yeah. So the bride started tossing her bouquet as a way to divert guest attention. Yeah.
Flowers.
Look over there.
Where did they go?
Incoming.
I hope you have to throw the bouquet pretty far, though.
That's
to
right.
quite a search.
Yeah. You know, some couples save the top of their wedding cake to eat on their 1-year anniversary. The reason they did that originally was saved as part of a sweet treat so that it could be served on the baby's first christening.
That's cute.
So, but I actually have the cake topper in my freezer.
Still?
Oh, like 5 years later, 4.5 years later.
Yeah, but yours has to be all nibbled on. I know your sweet
I know. You know what? It's so deeply, I've tried, but it's so deeply encased in like this packaging
freezer
and
burn
everything.
around it too.
I imagine.
You need like an ice scraper to get to it.
Don't think I haven't tried. You know.
I know, because you're a nibbler.
On a weeknight, you know, with a fork just going right in there. Throwing rice actually started as the couple, you know, when the couple leaves, is supposed to shower them with good fortune and fertility. It also included oats and corn and that sort of thing. But you know, some of these traditions have been changed.
I think that would be the opposite. You leave smelling like a farm animal.
Yeah, that's true.
Stay away from me.
That's true. But you know, there are some traditions that a lot of women either change. Like a lot of times they'll have like their best friend or their mom and dad walking down the aisle, or their dad and their stepdad. Or there are other ones that they shirk altogether. Like you know, a lot of people don't do the garter toss. What about you guys? What do you think of these traditions?
Well, after I got married, I went to another wedding about 2 months later, and one of my good friends had his mom walk him down the aisle.
Oh, very interesting.
You know, mom walked the groom down.
She had a significant role in his life where it was but it's atypical. So was there something different about it?
I had never. I don't know. Maybe it just seemed more.
Oh yeah, because the groom usually is already up there.
Right.
Right.
So and I thought
it's not his show, Ben.
Yeah, I know. I thought that was pretty cool, and I thought, boy, you know, 4 weeks after I got married, I'm like, well, I wish I would have done that.
Very
and the other thing too is, you know, we talked about the vows yesterday. You know, I wish that I had written my own. You know, and actually, but I would have fallen apart.
What do you think, Ben? What is the
I love these traditions. I think you know, I like the old-fashioned ones, walking the father walking the bride down the aisle. But I like the fun ones as well, the garter toss, the bouquet toss. That's the, you know, by that time it's a little later on in the evening during the reception.
A little more liquid courage.
Yeah.
I think you got to do the electric slide.
That's
right.
Macarena.
You got to do the conga line. You got to do the bouquet toss and the garter.
Yes.
Belt.
Very important. Okay,
exactly.
Ben's checklist.
That makes a good wedding.
You
right
heard
there.
it here first. I want to bring Courtney into this because I'm curious as to what our viewers are saying some of the most important traditions are to them.
It's really cool because everyone was mixing old and new, keeping some but creating their own. So we have lots of stories here, and we can start on the live blog on foxprovidence.com. And this first one's from Lisa. She said she would actually ditch registering for stuff, as you know, tossing out traditions there. And Erin S. says, we changed up the garter thing and the feeding the bridegroom part. She said, however, it all went well. And then this one is from Trip. He said, if I had to pick, I would say saving the top of the wedding cake. In my experience, eating it a year later never goes well. So here's our poll to go along with some of their comments there on our website. Which wedding tradition would you ditch? A, bouquet toss. B, removing of the garter. C, registering. D, father giving away the bride. Or E, saving the top of the wedding cake. So you can weigh in there now. This poll will be up till the end of the show. We also have some more comments on our Facebook page. Got lots of active people there this morning. And Jenna Shale says, I went traditional in a lot of ways, you know, not seeing the groom before the wedding, saving the cake. But she said she was also very untraditional in a lot of ways as well. Her dress was burgundy, and she let her groom meet her halfway down the aisle and walked up with her. So that's pretty cool. It's nice to hear everybody's personal traditions there, but we'll see what you all said in the poll in about a half hour. For now, we're going to head into the kitchen.